Hey, we're on the 18th day. Hey, what do you have to say? Welcome to day 18, guys. We have been journaling, writing our life right, accessing the joy associated with processing our thoughts on paper for 18 days. For anyone that has kept up with it for the 18 days, I know who you are. Big up yourself. I am so proud of you. I am behind a couple of days myself. I know that sounds mad because I do these videos, but I haven't actually answered yesterday's prompt or written about yesterday's prompt. So I'm going to do that today with this one. It doesn't matter when you do it, as long as you know, trust and believe that each prompt is helping you release and identify and unwrap. What I meant to say was helping you to release emotions, realize who you are and what is important to you, and just realize so many things, because some of these prompts you have never even considered thinking about, let alone answering or writing about. And it's all to help you even, access parts of your healing journey, tap into parts of your personality and parts of your heart and your soul that you might not have, release some things, let go of some things, release and let go of the same thing. But you know what I mean. There's so much behind it. We are accessing the joy of journaling, my loves, and I'm getting quite repetitive. I have no excuse for it. I just want to get my point across, and I'm aware that with the way that I'm filming these ones, I've got a minute at a time, so I'm being strategic here. Before we get into it, I do want to thank everyone for being just as involved and engaged as you were when I was doing my videos, all clean cut and, in the seat. Like, I know that it's being over the top to even think about, but when you have a certain image in your mind of how you want things to go, and then you start to just do it in selfie mode, you do start to feel like, I'm saying too much. I'm not going to stop. But I appreciate the fact that you guys have just adjusted to the change. I will definitely make the last 3 days, as of tomorrow, back with the cute setup. But I'm just smiling big time because I just love you guys. It's the truth. Especially, I love all of you, but especially hearing how this is going for some of you. It has been just the most porridge on my heart. Warm. Now, for today's prompt, I'm actually going to, if you've got the booklet, you've got all the prompts written down, so you just watch this as your guide for each day. So you'll notice that I'm remixing it a bit because I'm just trying to say it off by heart. And if you don't have the booklet and you want it, click the link in my bio and join the Orange Room, because all the booklets are there. There's 3, because this was a 3-week challenge. So grab your journal, write today's date, write down how you're feeling, where you are, what you can see, and also write down one thing that you're grateful for over the past 24 hours. Gosh, that was such a bad angle. Why didn't I do that? Penny, vanity. But yeah, write down something you're grateful for. I will share mine with you, as I have been doing. So for me, over the past 24 hours, I am most grateful for YouTube. Yes, I'm most grateful for YouTube because earlier on, there's a guy that I follow. His name's Eli, and his YouTube is called Prophetic Drive Time, and he has, I don't even know if it was today, it could have been a few days ago, but he has put up a video about fear and about how we should fear not, and it has been like an answer. I'm grateful for him, but I'm also grateful for YouTube, which is, where I find his videos, and hearing what he had to say about fear and about letting go of fear and about how, just how we don't have to hold on to it. It, like I was saying, about 60 prayers got answered, weight got lifted from me, and I just feel so grateful. The challenge is to walk in that and to try to remember just how fearless I should and could be. Because I pick up these things for a few weeks and I know it in me. And I just find that because of some of the I don't know, just some of the patterns that I've lived through and been through, I find peace can be quite uncomfortable. So if you're anything like me, one, find him and his video, but also let go of fear. It's not needed. We don't have to be worrying about something to feel like we're in control of our life. Worrying about it doesn't make it easier. So that's a little word for the day. Now, for today's unique prompt, the prompt of the day, I want you to, and this might sound a little bit like, what? I don't want to think about this, but bear with me. There's goodness in it all the time. All right, here we go. I want you to write about what you perceive to be the worst thing you've ever done. The thing that you regret the most, or think was the meanest, or, the most immoral, or whatever. I don't know how you perceive things to be bad or not right or wrong. My English. But write about it. What is it? Now, the reason I want you to do this is because I want you to identify and think about whether you have forgiven yourself for that thing. Because if you've done something in the past that you regret and that you are sorry for and that you feel remorse for, it's time to forgive yourself and let it go. It really is. So if you feel like you're still carrying weight, guilt, shame because of something that you have done, then it means you haven't forgiven yourself. And it means that that is causing you to see yourself in a negative light. It's rocking your self-esteem, it's rocking your confidence, it's causing frustration. I don't care who you are. If you are holding on to something from your past that you don't forgive yourself for, it's causing you a lot of unease. I know that, 100%. So even if you haven't thought about it because you feel like you've just brushed it under the carpet, or you just want to deny that it happened and you're a better person now, so you don't want to think about when you were toxic or mean or spiteful or selfish, whatever, revisit it and forgive yourself if it still causes you stress or trigger to think about. Okay? And if you don't know how to do that, write yourself a letter. Write yourself a letter of forgiveness and let it go. Free yourself. Free yourself! I feel like a proper hippie. And I said rippy then, but I meant hippie. But free yourself. I mean it. This one might make you feel emotional, might make you feel, negative for a minute. But feeling negative for a minute, identifying that, forgiving yourself, writing that letter to yourself, getting it out, crying if you have to, cringing if you have to, but if freeing yourself in the process is so worth it. So if tonight's not the night for you to do it because you don't want to go there yet, make sure you do put it to the side and check in with yourself and do this. It could be easier than I'm describing. For me, sometimes I'm like, but do it. Free yourself, accept that that's no longer you and you don't need to carry that weight, and step into your new life, light, fresh, restored, and developing spiritually in the best way possible. Happy journaling, my loves.